Hello, Haley here. We're going to do a shortened version today because there's some actual severe weather going on. If you can see over here, we'll talk about that in just a second. Tornado warnings in November, man. But you know, tornadoes never quit. That's right. So, last earthquake, Southern California, big shock. Oklahoma is no longer the reigning champion of strongest earthquake, but now they're the reigning champion again of tornadoes. So, strongest is wherever that is. Balleny Islands will zoom out quickly, apparently not near the US whatsoever. Of course it seldom is. It's generally in the Ring of Fire somewhere. Anyway, high temperatures today, kind of cold. Low temperatures tonight, also kind of cold. Active weather things. Here's your tornado watch would be the yellow, and then there's some severe thunderstorm warnings, and then if you can see the tiny shades of red, I don't even know if it'll show up in this. Tornado warnings, red flag warning, fire thing. This is all wintry weather stuff. I think that's frost. Winter storm watch. Okay. And snow-wise, heavy snow is possible in those areas, apparently. I don't know. Wicked Wicks. There is actual stuff going on. It is November 7th. And we've got a 10%, well, not we in general, limited areas have a 10% chance of a tornado, with a further risk that the tornadoes that happen will be EF2s or greater. EF2, the scale goes EF0 to EF5. EF5 is the big monster, like you better be underground or else you quite possibly will not make it out alive, to be quite frank. But EF2, that's a big mama as well. And then significant hail, severe hail, is 1 inch or larger. Significant hail is 2 inches or larger. So, in fact, it actually even says that on that, doesn't it? I didn't even have to memorize that. Anyway, so, here's the specific map where the wind chance is. 15% is the highest there. Here's your hail risk area. So there's a 30% chance in general, and then there's the black hatched area is the chance where the hail that falls will be 2 inches or larger. And then here's the tornado map where you've got a 2% risk in general, a 5% there, and then the 10% since it looks like it basically overlaps where it's hatched, so where the 10% risk is today appears to also be where the greatest risk that, you know, if a tornado does occur, there'll be an EF2 or larger. Here's tomorrow's outlook. 30% chance, at 15% it gets called a slight risk. So we'll be looking at that tomorrow. However, significant-wise, no black hatched areas on the map for tomorrow, so hopefully not, severe weather in general. Obviously, it's called severe weather because it's severe, but significant severe is even worse. Yes, that was helpful. This is confusing because the radar's on there. These are the storm reports so far. How do I turn this off? There. Nope. I turned off the wrong thing. Here are your 3 hail reports so far. And if we refresh, is there anything more? No. But I'm willing to bet that we're going to see a tornado show up as a storm report somewhere. This is the human reports. So, you know, if no one has inputted it into the system yet, that would be why it's not there yet. Current warnings. So this is the Wicked Wicks view of the warnings, and you can zoom out if you wish. And if you want to get a clearer view of the storm path indicators, you turn off the radar, and then you can see this is based off of the raw data. There's a field in the warnings where it gives like coordinates of the storm location and then where it's going, and stuff like that. So that's where the arrows come from, if you were curious. But, yes. And now I've just completely died, haven't I? Normally I'd restart, but no, not today. No tropical cyclones this time in the Eastern Pacific, and 60% chance of a tropical cyclone out in the Atlantic. And where would it go if it does form? Apparently it might head west, but most of them are saying not. And why I paused big time is I didn't know when I should cover this. So we're going to cover it now. Let's zoom out a bit, shall we? So, as of right now, of course, by the time you're watching this screencast, I'm sure this will be out of date, but the point is it's out there right now. Tornado warning there. tornado warning. If you happen to have radar scope, the thing you can look at is read this. Well, I mean, you can do this actually any place where you can get access to the radar, not the radar, the data, like details. This is what I'm talking about. Anyway, yes, you can read to see, observe the tornado. Was it Doppler indicated? I mean, you should absolutely still take precautions, whether it was radar indicated or human indicated or both. Oftentimes that's the case. But it provides you some additional information once you're already in your basement and hanging out on your smartphone, of course, or your laptop with Wi-Fi, until, of course, the tornado takes away your wireless router. Anyway, let's see if we can... Wow, that looks like it's off. To me, that actually looks like it could be a hook echo right there, but the warning box is actually over there. Oh, yes. That could... Well, or not. Anyway, that to me kind of looks like it could be a hook echo, but I am not a meteorologist. So anyway, yes, if you're in the affected areas today, let's take a look at them again. You should absolutely pay attention, and especially if you are in this lovely little 10% area with a high risk or moderate risk of whatever, of EF2 or larger tornadoes, or stronger. Larger, because they can be tiny and very strong. So I shouldn't say larger, I should say stronger. Because you can have a rope tornado, theoretically, that was an EF5. Probably not, though. And you could have a wedge pipe tornado, stovepipe, what do they call it? Large wedge tornado that was an EF0. Probably not as well, but the point is, it's based on wind speed. Anyway, so I hope you're not affected by it today, and if you are, hopefully you already found out about it. I don't know. So yeah, WickedWix is WICKED.wx.com. Also, if you're affected, definitely have a weather radio tuned to your local weather.gov. Hang out on their site because they're going to provide additional information for your specific area that's not covered necessarily by the Storm Prediction Center data, which is nationwide. That's where this information comes from. Anyway, take it easy.